Hello everybody, this is Jake aka Korean Jew Trading, and in this video I will be going over my top altcoin trades and picks of the week, as well as revealing my JDC. That sounds kind of obscene, but it actually stands for Jewrean Dollaz Coin. This is a special one for me. I believe this coin has tremendous upside. I mean 100x potential, which is, if you put the right amount of money in, life-changing money with minimal risk. And I can't wait to tell you about it. I think it's a real sleeping giant. So before I go any further, just want to put it out there. This is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence, and I hope you enjoy this video. So, what a week, what a week. It's been a crazy week for me. I wanted to put out videos all last week, but I actually welcomed in a new son on September 7th, 4:30 in the afternoon here on the East. His name is Ronan. I couldn't be happier. I've spent the last few days in the hospital, so if I look really tired, don't mind me. But I say that to say this. I was in the hospital, and my beautiful wife was getting an epidural, and when they give the epidural, you have to step outside because it's got to be sterile and everything. So I went outside, and of course, I looked at my Blockfolio. I looked to see what was going on, and I noticed that Qtum was the same price as OMG. And if you don't know me or seen any of my tweets or anything, I'm very bullish on Qtum, OMG, and Civic. Those are actually three of the coins that I will be talking about today. But looking at the pricing, I noticed that Qtum was actually cheaper than OMG. And why did that really strike me as, a real bargain? To be honest, I saw it as a bargain because Qtum has a circulating supply of 59 million tokens, while OMG has 98 million tokens. So its market cap was over 60% larger than Qtum's. Now, don't get me wrong, OMG is a fantastic product. They do have Vitalik is an advisor. There's rumors to be connections with Google, Apple. I think they signed a deal with Thailand's McDonald's. OMG has amazing tech, and it's something that I am holding long term. But Qtum, when I looked at the price, I didn't think that OMG would be worth almost twice as much as Qtum, especially because on 9/13, it's just a couple days around the corner, Qtum will be releasing their main net. And what that means, for those that don't know, is that you will be able to stake your Qtum, and you're going to change your ERC20 tokens for Qtum tokens, and you will be able to stake them to create dividends, similar to NEO. So last time there was major Qtum news, it was Coin1 in Korea adding Qtum to their exchange, and you saw the price run up to 0.00465, I believe. So, and then it's since dropped down. I have been accumulating Qtum at lower levels, 0.00255, and that's exactly where it was when OMG was at 0.00258 and Qtum was at 0.00257. So I made a really risky play. It's something that I don't recommend people do, but at the time, I had a baby on the way. I saw this opportunity. I had to jump on it. So I made this play, and I tweeted about it at the same time. I sold all my OMG, and I went right into Qtum for a swap. And if you followed that, I didn't tell people you have to sell your OMG to do it if you have spare BTC, but my thought was that with mainnet coming, there's no way that these prices will stay the same. You can see the tweet right here. Going on record, this was the Qtum dip. I'm all in. These prices look silly. And bottom line is, within 12 hours, Qtum went up, and I gained about 30% on that trade. And it was a big trade, so I was super happy. And the Qtum was mooning right as my son was coming out, and it was amazing. And then I was able to sell some of that Qtum back and then re-enter OMG. So basically, I ended up with a few hundred extra OMG tokens for free. So I was really happy with how that went. The other big trade that I made shortly after was Civic. Civic was lingering below 9,000 Satoshi. If you don't know about Civic, definitely look into it. It's identity security software blockchain. The CEO is Vinny Lingam. He's from Shark Tank. He created Gift, I believe, which he has tons of connections in Silicon Valley, and he actually has a working product. So when Equifax, which is a big credit union in America, was breached, Millions of people had their identities not stolen, but people have their socials out there. And I think it's a big opportunity for Civic to kind of say, hey, look, if you use us, this type of thing wouldn't happen. And I believe Vinny is scheduled to be on Max Kaiser's show pretty soon. So I think that he's got some tricks up his sleeve, and you won't see this price this low for much longer. They also do have some big stuff happening on their roadmap later this year, like integration with WordPress, which is what every website uses. So long term, I love Civic, but at that price, it was a no-brainer for me. So yeah, you could see it right here on the 9th. Within 12 hours of that call, up 60%. So, you know, you can always check me out on Twitter. I do try to be as active as possible without, you know, saying too much. I'm just going to move on to the charts. We'll look at it, and you can make your own decisions on what to do. But let's pull up Civic. So Civic here. This was like, I think August 8th or some I think it was August 8th. Where is it? What date was that? But basically in one day it went from 7,000 Satoshi all the way up to 20. Which is crazy parabolic rise. Don't chase that. Came back down, went back up, and then it's been on a steady downtrend. Now, Civic seems to be breaking out. If you know about Elliott waves, I think this could be wave 1 right here, and completing wave 2. And that, if that were true, wave 3 would mean that we're going to go up there somewhere. And if you combine the fundamentals with the technicals, I think it's very possible. Right now, the support level is right around here. It's 11.5. So if you want to get in, right now the price is kind of in no man's land. This would be the next support level at around 9,200. So we definitely want to see this break above this by the close today. If it does, you can pick some up like around here. And if it breaks past there, you may see some high growth like it was there. But at the same time, it's not all technicals in crypto. The fundamentals have to line up. And I think with all these new hacks and security breaches, that Civic is going to be huge. So, you know, check it out, do your own due diligence, and yeah, I wish you luck. Now, with Quantum, it's starting to get away from us right now. If you haven't got in it already, I think, where are we? We're around it was mooning as I'm making this video, but yeah. So, yeah, 340. It's still, we still can go higher. It's with the chart, it's a little hard to really justify anything, but when that mainnet launches, there will be a pump. I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I think we'll probably get up into this area again, like the 450 range. And then there's a lot of people that bought high last time and some people that bought low that want to take profit and want to get out. So I think we'll go up and then we'll pull back a little bit. And hopefully we'll continue to go forward, because I think Quantum is totally legit. It's a great project. There's some people that really don't like it, but I'm starting to see more and more of the community get behind it. It's a mix of Ethereum and Bitcoin, blockchain, smart contract platform, and they're really targeting a lot of Asia. It's one of the things that brought it down was obviously the Chinese ICO FUD, but I think that is really, in my opinion, a lot of BS. Obviously, regulation probably needs to happen, and the sooner it does, you're going to see more money pour into this space. But as far as short term, I think we're going to go way up. If you're going to pick it up, I don't know. It's a tough call for me. I was buying it like down here. This is kind of where I went all in. So, you know, at the time, I wish I could have made a video, but I was in the hospital. Anyway, on to OMG. Let's take a look. Omise Go. Okay, so really had a nice run the last couple weeks. Little bullish flag going on here. This is kind of in the last few days. This seems to have sprung up as support, like 0.268. It keeps touching that line, but won't really go much further below. And here's the resistance right here around 279, 2.0028. But this is another one where the fundamentals line up. OMG has an Apple event on, well, no, Apple has an event on 9/12 where a lot of people are speculating that they may announce some sort of partnership with OMG and their the face scan technology. Not certain that that will or will not happen on 9/18. TechCrunch in San Fran. Jun Hasegawa, one of the lead devs on the team, will be speaking about OMG. And I think, anything with the Vitalik's name attached to it is going to blow up eventually. So also keep an eye out for Kyber ICO. That's something else. But yeah, if you want to get in, this is around the level, and this is kind of where we're at right now. So if you don't have any, and you do your research and believe in the project, I think we have a ways to go. I don't think this one is over at all. So I really like OMG. Another coin, obviously, that I've been trading is WTC, which also has gone parabolic. Well, not parabolic, but it's gone up a whole lot. I was in the hospital also. These were the 4 coins I was trading last week. Meanwhile, in the hospital, buying WTC at 0.00027 and selling at 0.00035, like 20 to 30%. I did that 3 times. Like I would sell and then put a buy order in, wake up in 5 hours, the buy order hit, and the price was already up 30%, and I would just sell it again. I was just doing that over and over and over again to accumulate more. It looks like it's starting to break out. At this level, I can't recommend buying it. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it could run up a little higher, and then you'll see another correction. But it's hard to tell exactly where support is at this level. So if you don't have it, I wouldn't recommend getting into it right now. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. So moving on to the JDC coin. This is a coin that had the whole attention of the whole space. Meanwhile, its ICO first started and it hit exchanges, and that is EOS, Block One's project, and lead dev Dan Larimer. This guy has an amazing pedigree. He created BitShares, Steemit, and I mean, you name it, he's done it in this space. A lot of bad FUD came out about this project. And to be honest, I think most of it's been debunked. One of the main arguments was, how come if it's going to be Ethereum's competition, they use an ERC20 token? Well, I mean, what else were they supposed to use? They didn't have a platform built, so obviously they couldn't run it on their own platform. So they needed to use the best thing out there. And obviously Ethereum is the best thing out there. You don't want to put it on Waves. I mean, nothing against Waves, but in my opinion, that's not really a valid argument to call scam. The other thing that people talk about is it's a 1-year ICO. To me, it's kept the price very, very stable, and it's kind of pushed whales away from manipulating it because they keep issuing tokens. So the price has been just smashed. It's just going down, down, down. But if you start to look at the roadmap and what they have planned for the future, I mean, this is one of those ones where, all right, I've been picking it up lately at about 75 to 78 cents, or 0.00018 approximately. So 18,000 Satoshi. It's listen, I believe that a year or two from now, people are going to laugh when I tell them I bought it for 75 cents. I mean, it's just silly. When it first came out, it reached all the way to 0.0025. And if you look, the team's really focused. They're starting to hit. They just released some sorry about that. This damn clock. But they released an update on what they've been up to, and they're actually ahead of schedule, if I can find it. Where is it? Forget about it. You can look it up yourself. Oh yeah, here it is. Um, bu- 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 They're also based out of Cayman Islands, so not some people thought it was Chinese because a lot of Chinese people were buying it, but it's actually not a Chinese ICO, so they won't get shut down or anything. Um, yeah, as many of you know, Block One recently distributed an update outlining the developments we have made to EOS.io software to date. Uh, Our primary focus and those who have followed our EOS roadmap will be happy to know that we are actually ahead of schedule in the development of EOS.io software. So, I mean, that's promising. You always want to see people and teams hit their targets on their roadmap. Um, if you look at the roadmap, you'll see that they should be putting together a test net this fall, um, and working on it all through the next year, basically, or 6 months to 8 months. And by the time the year-long ICO ends, they'll be coming very close to introducing a mainnet. Um, when you think about the crypto space right now, we're at about 140 billion. I don't care about China ICO, FUD, or any of that stuff. In my opinion, I would be very surprised if the market cap was not at, by next summer. I'd say at least, if I had to guess, I'd say 500 billion. I think that's where we would end up. And if that happens, you're going to see Bitcoin probably at about 10,000 or a little higher. Um, so there's more money at play, and the real coins that are actually doing something. I think my vision is that everything is going to start to line up for EOS next year. So this token or coin is not something that, oh, Korean Jew said to buy it and it went down another 10% and you sell it. Like, this is something like, let's say your grandma wants to invest or something, and they're long-term investors. You just put like whatever put a small amount in and just hold it and don't think about it, because for it to go further down, the project would have to be a total scam and just die or be worthless. But if they actually release a solid product with no gas and a really smooth, scalable smart contract platform, and they start to get ICOs and people creating dApps on it, you're going to see EOS could potentially compete with Ethereum. There's a lot of purists out there that don't want to admit it, and obviously right now it's speculative because they haven't created anything yet. But that team and Larimer, they don't play around. I mean, I'm betting on them. I'm going to bet on them. So I'm putting a small amount of my portfolio into this. I'm locking it up on my, on the wallet, and I'm just not even going to think about it. But, you know, it's at 70 cents now. Could it be $10 next year, or in 2 years? Could it be more? 100%. So for me, that's why this coin is really a sleeping giant and low risk, high reward. Um, so that about wraps it up. I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, don't be scared to hit that like button and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I try to give out as much information as possible throughout the week and the day, and I will try my best to come out with content like this on a weekly basis. I want to try to go over what I'm trading, and anything new, and every week I'll be trying to find something really special. My thought is next week it's going to be EOS for me again. So I'm really bullish on it at this level. So I wish you all luck and have a great day.